Hi friends, today we are going to tell you about George Russell's amazing success at the Las Vegas Grand Prix, which was remembered not only for the spectacular races, but also for the incredible fight to the last lap. How did he manage to win at this most difficult and highly unpredictable stage of Formula One? Let's find out. The 2024 Las Vegas Grand Prix was not just another round of the Formula One Championship. It was a round that everyone was waiting for with bated breath. Las Vegas is the city that never sleeps. Huge lights, bright advertising signs, endless casinos and luxury hotels. But it's not really just a place to party. The motorway through this legendary city is a real gem. Challenging corners, high speeds, all combine to create the perfect conditions for spectacular racing. George Russell: I've always dreamed of racing in Las Vegas. It's a unique track, and I knew that if I could win here, it would be something special. But of course, the question wasn't who was dreaming, but who would be able to meet this daunting challenge. And as it turned out, the answer was unexpected. It was George Russell. When the race started, many expected George to fight for high positions, but the starting order put him in difficult conditions. Not only was the track new, but the strong wind and night conditions added to the stress. George, as always, was determined. I knew it was going to be tough, but I pulled myself together and tried to focus on every corner, George said immediately after the race. He did his best to adapt to the new conditions. As soon as the starting signal sounded, Russell showed his usual resilience. He didn't let anyone get away and held his position for the first few laps. But of course, it wasn't just George's individual skills that played a part in his victory. The Mercedes team's strategy was top-notch. Every moment of the race was thought out to the last detail, especially when unpredictable situations such as virtual safeties started. The engineers at the pit stop didn't waste a second. We are always prepared for unexpected situations, and that made the difference today, said Mercedes' chief engineer. Each pit stop was executed with the precision of a Swiss watch, and this allowed George to stay among the leaders. But not without a fierce struggle with the strongest rivals. Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, these names are always associated with the fight for victory. And here it was all in complete opposition. When Max Verstappen attacked, the race became even more tense. George said, "Verstappen was incredibly strong on the straights, but I knew that if I could hold him off in the corners, I'd have a chance." And he was right. Russell used the track well, blocking Verstappen's attacks and leaving him behind. Lewis Hamilton, despite his experience, couldn't find a way through Russell. He was just invulnerable, Hamilton admitted in a post-race interview. But the most important part of George Russell's victory was his mental toughness. When everyone else was getting nervous about the changing conditions of the race, George stayed cool. Sometimes it's important not to lose your composure. At times like this, you realize that everything depends on your decisions and your attitude, he said after the finish. George demonstrated an excellent ability to cope with the psychological pressure, which was crucial in the critical moments of the race. Max Verstappen, despite his aggression, could not cope with this psychological pressure. Russell managed to take control of the race, preventing Verstappen from capitalizing on even the slightest mistake. And here they are, the last few laps, the decisive moment of the race. And although Verstappen tried to attack until the very end, George showed his incredible confidence. He used every opportunity to hold his position. When it was literally meters to the finish line, I knew I just had to make no mistake. It was the decisive moment, and I was ready, George recalled. And indeed, the final push was made, and George Russell, without a single mistake, crossed the finish line first. It was a moment that will forever remain in his career. The finish was amazing. George, like a true champion, could barely contain his emotions. He threw himself into the arms of his team, thanked them for their amazing work, and said, "It was something unbelievable. I can't even describe how much this win means to me. We all worked hard to make this possible, and I'm so proud of our team." This victory in Las Vegas didn't just give George Russell a well-deserved win. It was a significant moment in the championship. After this success, he gained even more confidence, and the Mercedes team gained a strong momentum for further races. "We have done a great job, and I feel that we are now ready for bigger things," said Russell, looking confidently to the future. More and more people now believe in his potential as a title contender. That's how George Russell, with incredible determination, strategy, and resilience, secured victory at the 2024 Las Vegas Grand Prix. We witnessed true skill, the ability to fight in the most difficult conditions, and the composure that allowed George to be the winner at this most difficult stage of the championship. And now everyone realizes George is not just a rider, he is a champion ready for greater achievements. What do you think? Write your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss more exciting moments from the world of Formula One. Thanks for being with us, and see you soon.